We love hip
coming in
hop.
hot, bro. I got something for y'all, man. And I was kind of discussing this with a lady at the crib. And she told me you might want to flush this thought out a little bit. Because I might sound crazy. I don't think there's such thing as a black community in Canada.
Say more words. Elaborate on that.
So in Canada, people come from different places.
Yeah.
Right? To make up the black diaspora. Right? You have people from Africa or African countries. We have people from Caribbean islands and countries or whatever. People from all over, right? To make up the diaspora. But just because we're from just because we got the same skin doesn't mean necessarily we're in the same community. There's a Caribbean community, there's a Ghanaian community, there's a Nigerian community, but there's no such thing as a black community. In America, they can say we have a black community because when they're talking about that, they ain't talking about us. We're considered the tethers and stuff like that if you're from the Caribbean or somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're talking about FBA.
FBAs, yeah.
So that's the black community. Everything else is just the diaspora. So we don't have to give a fuck about, or we don't have to just say, okay, we'll give it to you for cheaper just because we're the same color.
Mhm.
White people don't have a white community. You have the Turkish community. You have the Syrian community, Greek community, Italian community. They're not just like, oh, we're all white, so we just get we get perks within each other. They might get unilateral social perks, but between each other, there's not like a social construct of, oh, we're both white, so you get a discount.
You don't think there's a camaraderie between people of the same skin complexion? Like if there's pure white men's in a room and then like someone of another race, you don't think that the white man will feel camaraderie, or like vice versa? Like even if like there's a Jamaican and African and then like a white man pulls up, you don't think the Jamaican and African will feel more camaraderie than like the white person?
Yeah, that's cool. That's camaraderie. Right? I can't pronounce the word, but camaraderie, right? Is that part, is because we part of the same community or are we part of the same diaspora?
I feel like it's more like a relatability thing where, you know, okay, we look more similar and we're the only two people that look alike. So it's like we'll have that recognition. But I do agree that I think because in America, blackness was like a legal classification, whereas here it's more like a byproduct of U.S. racial terminology. Because I don't think in Jamaica, like obviously they're like African Jamaicans and then like white Jamaicans, Irish Jamaicans, Chinese Jamaicans, but like I feel like blackness is more of like an American thing. Like in Africa, I feel like
I see what you mean.
Unless you're in South Africa where there's like legal terminology and classification, it's like you don't like, okay, we're all black. It's like, no, you're Kenyan, you're Ugandan, you're Ghanaian. Like, it's more about ethnicity.
Yeah, and I even like, and I'm not Jamaican, but I guess from the Caribbean perspective, where we're talking about on an island, right? The black community, we're talking about everybody who's Jamaican in that community, or if we're in Barbados, all the blacks who are in that community are Bajan. So we're just saying community, but then if we leave, we're not part of the whole black community as a whole. We're part of the Bajan community or the Jamaican community, or if we want to combine it, the Caribbean community. But we're not part of the black community.
I think the only, and I know we were talking about the white community and how it doesn't exist. So like if I'm with a bunch of people, like say I'm Turkish and there's a guy who's Greek and we look alike, but there might be like a local beef or whatever, even though we're neighbors. I think the only quote unquote white community that sees itself as the white community are like settler Canadians, like Canadians that have been here for like 200, 300 years, where it's like, yeah, I think I'm like Irish, English, or Scottish, but like we're Canadian. I think they kind of cling on to whiteness. But every other, I guess, like Caucasian looking group looks at themselves through like ethnicity and religion. Usually.
Yes. There's nobody running around from Italy saying I'm part of the white community.
Never.
Yes.
And I feel like, okay, Black Lives Matter was going over the thing, and then that's when people started to kind of, I guess, identify more with their blackness rather than, I guess, their ethnicity.
Yeah.
But in regards to the white community, I think there is like an unspoken, like I said, like we're in this together. However, they can't outwardly be like, oh, we're the white community, because it's gonna seem like some KKK shit. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna look at them side and be like, yo, what do you mean by that?
Drewski meme.
Like even when like the man them had like the tiki torches and stuff, like these are university students, but because they were all white, marching together with fire, it looked crazy. It looked insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But I feel like that's an American white thing. And I feel like that goes back to like their racial classifications, because I feel like we probably have like a KKK here.
But you don't really see that type of stuff out here in Canada like that. But it's more known in the States, and you'll see footage of it.
They're open because they're like, oh, like this is considered white. Like to even qualify for the KKK, like I saw this in a video, I didn't apply or anything, but they're like, they gotta do like a DNA test and stuff.
Okay,
like
so
to make sure you have like a certain amount of European blood and stuff.
So when you go to the protests, like the Canada First protests, do you think that's kind of like a large representation of the white community in Canada?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, and I think they would consider themselves white. And I do hear a lot of like racial sentiments when I'm at those. I feel like the more protests I've gone to, the more outward some of them are. Not all of them, and I don't think Joe is like that, but like there are people who like kind of view the white settlers or those of European ancestry who settled this land as like the heroes. And like I've seen this one guy post like, white man, it's okay to love yourself.
Oh my God.
They're called Goofbusters. They're based in Niagara Falls, and they're kind of like on that alt-right like fringe. literally Goofbusters, dog. So some of them do have those like racial views, but I don't think all of them. But yeah, you do see a lot of that white community where this is their home and their identity isn't really tied to their ethnicity because it's like so many generations removed. Like it's like 7 generations ago you were Irish, but you've been Canadian.
I'm looking at the page right now. One take, if you could pull this up on the screen over here. This is the one you're talking about, Goofbuster movement.
Yeah.
Holy.
So they do a lot of work around like child trafficking, anti-child trafficking.
Yeah.
But then like, I don't know, I followed them on Facebook to see like when their next protest was. And then the man made a post about, like white man, it's okay to love yourself. Like we made Newton's physics and this, that, like all these.
Saying when it goes something like this, when the hunters become the
Oh, sorry, that's some PDF thing. That creeped me for a second. Sorry. Yeah, yo, that's kind of creepy, man. So am I off with you heard knocking?
I did hear knocking. Are we about to get another Friday crash out? Fuck, I'm filming a podcast. Why is everybody mad at me?
It's the win.
Because you're a goof. But okay, going back to your idea that there's no black community.
Yeah.
I kind of hear what Natural's saying, where if you're in a room full of non-black people and there's 2 melanated beings, you're gonna have that recognition. It's probably unspoken, and it's the same if it's like I'm at like Fusion Lounge and I just see one white person. Like we might like look at each other like, "Yo, you're here, I'm here," like
Like,
so,
I see you, brother.
So is that a community thing?
I think it's more just like recognition. It's kind of like subtle bias because like let's say you're watching a boxing match. You have no idea about these 2 people. One of them looks more like you or your ancestors and they're fighting like a random person. Like subtly you're going to root for the guy that looks like you.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's more just subtle bias.
Listen, I'm not trying to unite black people.
No,
okay?
I do see what you mean where like black people could come together more because I do feel like we are divided and segmented within the city where like the Yardis stick with the Yardis, the Africans stick with the Africans.
Yeah.
Even the Trinis or the Coolies stick. So like everyone is very segmented and divided. So when it comes to like pushing through legislation and trying to lobby for things, our voices isn't really heard because we're not unified or we can't really organize the voice, to kind of get that through to Parliament and them things.
Yeah.
Do you feel like race is even real, or is that a social construct? Because I feel like people will naturally gravitate towards like their ethnicity or their culture more specifically. But I feel like racial classifications, it's kind of like pseudoscience.
I do think there is an element to like classifying humans with the race, but because like Jamaican culture is a little bit different than Bajan culture, which is a little bit different than like Nigerian culture. It's kind of difficult. It's difficult for us to have like a unified voice.
Yes.
Because like what Jamaicans might rock with, it might be different than like East African. You know what I mean? It's going to be different than like another melanated being. So it's kind of hard for us to even agree on what we want to like move forward
But
with.
phenotypically or genetically, do you think you're the same as like an East African? Like someone who's Ethiopian? Like you guys would both be considered black, but do you think you guys are similar genetically?
Okay, me, I'm a person, like I pride myself on trying to only date black women. So when I see a beautiful Jamaican woman, when I see a beautiful East African woman, like no matter what kind of melanated woman, like I can see myself procreating with them. So in regard,
that does not answer the question.
In regard,
she look good.
Like, I would still smash her.
In regards to genetics, like I feel like the genetics are still connected. You know, like it's still firing.
I'm attracted to your genetics, baby.
But like, I don't think I look like a Somalian nigga. But there are times where like I grow up my beard and mans think I'm Muslim and thing, you know? So
yeah.
So
there's definitely different phenotypes and stuff like that when it comes to just the black diaspora. And it goes back to, again, it's not part of the same community. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, again, I'm going to say again, I'm not trying to separate black people, but for us to have a community, we have to have all, I guess, maybe one intention, goals. And I feel like different black people who come from different areas all got different goals. We have some that all cross over and shit like that. But I think what kind of sparked this is sometimes when people try to pull that, oh, yo, you're my brother, give me a discount. Yo, you're my brother, let shit slide. And I'm thinking to myself, how are we brothers? Do we come from the same island? Are we from under the same roof?
That's crazy.
Or are we just brothers because... No, it's real shit.
That was
and I'm gonna probably get some backlash for saying this. No, you're saying we're brothers just because we're the same skin color. And to me, that's a cop-out and an excuse. Because we're not moving within a communal way. You're fucking me over or you're trying to get a discount and then just saying, oh, we're the same color, give me, and that's why I should have it. White men are not having the same conversation who are from different cultures, bro.
Low key, okay, this is what I'll say, like, as a Mediterranean Middle Eastern, right? Like, if a British white dude was like, yo, you're my brother, I'll be like, no, we're not.
No, we're
not. But if it was somewhere closer, like next door, like an Armenian or Greek or Iraqi, where it's like, I'm not from there, but like, we're very close.
Yes.
I might allow it where it's like, yo, like we probably are a little similar. So it's probably like if it was a next Caribbean island, like right next door, you'd be like, okay, like we're not from the same spot, but we're very close, similar.
I'm much closer with Jamaicans than I am with people from African countries. Right? But I'm also
your dirty African paws off.
No.
I ain't giving you no discount, boy.
Right? But not my words, but I'm saying, and I don't feel that way. However, I'm more akin to people from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm, brought up in an island household with a Bajan mom. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to get part of my African side of things. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I'm Bajan then for all intents and purposes. You know what I'm saying? If I got to grow up with my Ghanaian side more, then maybe I would have a bit more kinship to when a Ghanaian guy comes up to me and says, oh, my brother. I still agree because, yes, Ghanaian is in my blood.
Yeah.
But then if somebody from Nigeria says, oh, you're my brother. Why? Because we both black? Yeah. And I know if somebody just clips that on its own, it sounds crazy. But there's a method to my madness. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do kind of see what you're saying. The way I grew up on enough reggae music, so Sizzler would always preach like, oh, we're all from Ethiopia. You know what I mean? So like, I always kind of felt like related to like Nigerian, Ghanaians, like Ethiopians, because like, it was always like, oh, we all came from Africa. So like, don't forget you're African. Like, don't forget who you are type thing. You know? So like, that's kind of how I was raised. But like, I have been screwed over by some niggas where I'm like, oh, I hate black, but then I always have to try to remind myself it's only one person rather than
Hold on. Do you say you hate black? Right? And I know you don't really mean you hate, like you're pissed off at black people unilaterally or this one culture that fucked you over?
No, I just be like, niggas.
Okay.
But like, niggas. Everyone always thought. I'm sure Zara thought it too.
No, I thought, you know what I thought? Crackers. Yeah, like I've DJ'd some white weddings and like I'd be seeing like, I'd like step out of the moment. I'm like seeing the white like chaos ensuing and I even have a Snapchat of me being like, I hate crackers, but I never sent it to anyone.
It's like, yeah, that's some white nigga shit.
We're going to have to find out.
Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. And I see them losing their mind and I'm like.
Yeah, but that's like the more Anglo-Saxon type of whites.
Like North American, waspy,
Yes.
And I'm telling you, when I'm with them, bro, like I feel dirty white. Like I feel like they look at me like I'm totally out the loop.
Yeah, and they might have an argument for saying, okay, the quote unquote WASP or whatever. What does that stand for again?
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Thank you. That's a community. They can call themselves a community. That's like the caker whites or what people call them. You know what I'm saying? Like the macaroni and cheese whites. You know what I'm saying? They're a community, fam, but they're not the same community. An Italian person would be like, get that caker out of here.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And what I will say about racial classification is that relative to the rest of human history, it's very recent. Like humans went centuries, thousands of years just calling people by their ethnicity, their nationalities.
Yes.
And then, what was the scientist's name? Like Bloomberg or something. Like he made the racial hierarchy to justify white supremacy and eventually colonialism. And it was part of eugenics and all this stuff. So it was a way to put the white race, quote unquote, at the top of the world, right? So it's like, I don't even think we should be going based on those classifications because they were meant for a certain propaganda message, you know?
Social construct.
Yeah,
Social
exactly.
construct. Listen, man, I told you we were coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? Like big race topic to start off the podcast. Sorry, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.